If you're a fan of the 007, Mission Impossible, Bourne, Kingsman, or Spy Kids series, I'm sure you know about the Hitman games at this point. You might have even seen the Hitman films. Hopefully not, though. The Hitman series started with 2000's Hitman Agent 47.
And you just brought me mine.
Wait, this isn't... Oh, it's kind of cool. I have to actually watch this. But no, I meant Hitman Codename 47. Since then, the series has been going strong for more than 20 years. The Hitman series has been known first and foremost for its level design. Each successive game in the series tried to top itself by having larger and larger levels filled with more and more NPCs. With the release of Hitman 3 this year, IO Interactive, the creators of the Hitman series, were able to achieve absolutely massive levels that included up to 300 non-playable characters at a time. With that many people hanging around, you can imagine it's going to be pretty tough to take out your targets and make it out of the level alive. And well, you'd be right. The way IO circumnavigates it is by creating insanely detailed levels with dozens of options on how to take out your target and escape. It's one of the most replayable series as a result, and I've been waiting for a reason to finally cover a Hitman game on this channel. But the Hitman games typically don't change all that much mechanically over the course of their playtime, and let's just say that some levels are better than others. And it's best if we don't even go into the narrative of these games. Then it clicked for me. Why don't I just focus on specific levels or sequences from games I love for a video series? So here we are with my first episode, and I'm going to be talking about the level in Hitman Blood Money called A New Life. One good thing about getting older is you get funnier, in my case at least. Yeah, that's right, I said it. Don't at me, 8-year-old me, you know you're unfunny. You're wearing those Jinko jeans and that shirt with the fire on the side. Man, come on, don't even come at me with that. Alright, but the Hitman series also became more and more wacky over time. Don't get me wrong, the idea of an assassin clone having a barcode on the back of his head is dumb. But for the most part, the series took itself semi-seriously until 2006's Hitman Blood Money. It's full of satirizations of American culture and, well, racist characterizations also.
What the f*** you looking at, cracker?
I'm definitely not excusing it, but it was a different time. Luckily, the level I'm talking about today doesn't have anything racial. Jesus. This is my first episode and I'm already going to get canceled. Maybe if I move on, I can win some people over. I know what people like. So here you go. Alright, now that I got you hooked in, let's get into it.
Another gorgeous day in paradise, huh, friend?
This is San Diego, California. It's idyllic, peaceful, and, well, normal. For the most part, at least. Hitman games until Blood Money focused on creating levels set in extravagant locales or settings that emulated famous crime and spy films. And Blood Money's no different. It loves to dabble in extravagant locales such as a vineyard in Chile, an opera house in Paris, and you even visit New Orleans during Mardi Gras at some point. On the other hand, you also visit a rehab clinic, a redneck wedding, and an abandoned amusement park at some point. I'm not going to cover any of those levels today though. Today I'm going to focus on the level that takes place at the most mundane location you can imagine. A cul-de-sac. This is A New Life. A New Life takes place in San Diego, California, where Agent 47 is tasked with taking out Vinny Slugger Sinatra, a former gangster in witness protection who, wears a Hawaiian shirt. That's all you really need to know about him. He's hiding behind dozens of federal agents inside his home, and you have to find a way to kill him, steal a microfilm containing evidence, and escape with your life. With this being in a Hitman game, you have a lot of options on how you handle it. Although before we go into those, let's talk a little bit about the layout of this level. Once you're finally thrown into the level, the first thing you're going to notice is either this donut van, all of the federal agents surrounding this house, or... No, we're not going back there. No. Okay, moving on. The focal point of this map is this 2-story house in the center of the level. But you can explore some of the surrounding houses in a limited way. Oh yeah, and there's also this guy. Don't want to forget about him. Similarly to the more extravagant blood money levels, this cul-de-sac feels idyllic. You've got a jogger who greets everyone he passes, and who also acts as another factor you have to consider when trying to throw a garbage man into his garbage truck. Every house looks like a dream home, and the California sun is blaring on all of the proceedings of this cul-de-sac. It's so perfect, and you just know that IO is begging the player to disrupt the peace. Doing that brings even more federal agents, and well, the shooting in this game is not good, so let's avoid a gunfight and see what other options we have. Just looking at this house, you can see two ways to get in what seems like pretty easily. There's the caterer, who you see entering the house once you start the level, and this guy again. He's also leaving the house at the same time. One of the most hilarious things about this franchise is the way it treats Agent 47 like he's a complete chameleon once he puts on someone else's outfit. It doesn't matter what the person looked like before. Everyone you come across will think they've transformed into a bald guy with a barcode tattoo on the back of his head, and they'll be totally fine with it. It helps that most of the NPCs in Blood Money all look horrific, and Agent 47 is one of the only ones who looks semi-normal. So of course you can disguise yourself as basically anyone in this level. Both the caterers and the clown's outfit allow you to get inside, but you'll have to be searched each time you do so. These guards, I guess, don't think it's weird that a clown has multiple syringes and bombs in his pockets, but there's no gun, which means, he's totally fine to go. You can't really do all that much with the clown outfit because I guess these people think they're too good to let a clown wander through their house aimlessly. So unless you're a creep, the caterer's outfit seems like the way to go. As the caterer, you can put whatever you want inside this catering tray to get past these guards undetected. Or you can put a bomb in it and, just blow up the target right afterwards. And then finding the microfilm from there requires a little research, but if you inadvertently blew up the wife, like I did my first playthrough.
Hey, you okay?
You find out pretty quickly that the microfilm is attached to her necklace. You can handle it however you want from there. You can dress up as the pool boy and knock her out once she takes you somewhere private, or as I mentioned, you can accidentally kill her by putting a bunch of lighter fluid on the grill. Or, of course, you can go on a murder spree. If you can think of it, you can usually do it in Hitman games. And once you have the microfilm, all you have to do is escape out the front gate and you're good to go. Once you figure out the basic layout of this level, it's pretty easy to wrap your head around and complete it in 10 minutes or less. Those are just a couple of options in this level though. You can also take out these FBI agents in this donut van by poisoning their donuts. Disguise yourself as one of them and complete your objectives from there. This is what I usually do because it's the easiest way to make it in and out of the house undetected. But what's the fun in that though? Instead, you could, as I mentioned, go on a murder spree. You can put a bomb in the caterer's tray and let him be the one to blow everyone up. You can sneak into the house pretty easily through the side, but you have to take out this dog with tranquilizer darts first. And weirdly enough, you can even put ether on your target's daughter's underwear to knock this guard out. I don't really know why this is in here, considering you have to get into the house to even get this guy's outfit, and most likely you've already knocked someone out at that point, but, it was 2006, I guess. It's been 15 years since its release, and this is definitely an aspect of the game that has aged like milk. Future Hitman games give you so many more options on how to take out your target, on top of ways to infiltrate their location also. When it comes to ways in which you can actually take out your target, A New Life pales in comparison to later levels in the series, but it more than makes up for that in style. On top of that, I think this is the level that nailed the tone of where the series would end up. The racist caricatures and weird sexual stuff aside, it's comical to see this super serious assassin clone dress up as a clown. Also, kinda terrifying. The three most recent Hitman titles, or as IO calls it, the World of Assassination trilogy, have reveled in the absurd situations IO has thought up, and that all traces back to A New Life. Bringing absurdity into a normal suburban setting makes everything all the more hilarious. IO even revisited the idea behind this level in Hitman 2's level called Another Life. It's much larger in comparison, and it revels in its absurdity even more. And yeah, your eyes aren't deceiving you. I am knocking all of these people out with blueberry muffins. At its release, and even now, A New Life is basically the level people always bring up when talking about their love for Blood Money. That's not to say that the other levels aren't as great. If anything, I enjoy a lot of them more. But A New Life is the level I always return to. It's the level I'd recommend people playing if they want to get into the Hitman series. That is, if I think they can get past the awkward controls and unintuitive design of Hitman Blood Money without losing their minds in the process. I will say, if you are interested in playing a Hitman game at all after watching this, I've got to recommend the most recent titles, starting with 2016's Hitman. Unique title, I know. They play like an absolute dream in comparison. You can play every level from Hitman 1 and 2 and this year's most recent Hitman 3, and each game is absolutely fantastic, and there's no one I wouldn't recommend this to. They're full of hijinks, full of craziness, and also really great stealth games at times. You can expect to see more Hitman levels in this series later, but I knew I needed to start with the level that got me to love Hitman in the first place. Quibbles and all. Thanks for watching, and if you have any recommendations for this series, let me know down below in the comments, and any feedback regarding this video, I really appreciate it. This is a series that's going to be great for me because I can make shorter videos, and I can also focus on, games I love from beginning to end for the Looking Back series still. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, let me know if you've ever played a Hitman game, basically anything. I want to, talk to you all. And join me next week. I'll be reviewing Returnal on PlayStation 5, which is, in my eyes, like the first exclusive next-gen game. And you will definitely want to watch it. It's a sci-fi horror roguelike game from a studio that makes arcade games. It's very weird, but, you want to see what I think of it, I would say. So, I'll see you all next week.